Bonus episode!
All right, welcome back to the show. This is Jared.
And this is Michael.
Yay, and this is a bonus episode.
Bonus episode.
Yay, and today we're just past Father's Day, so now we're gonna talk about the worst fathers in film.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to talk about the worst fathers, and this isn't a list of like villainous fathers, like abusive fathers or anything like that. Or if it is, we're looking at it from a completely like comical sort of sense. Basically, you're not going to see like that one movie about that one father who killed their mother. You know, it's not going to be like, whoa, that's dark and sad.
Yeah.
We're going to keep this light and fun, basically.
Yeah. Or dads who are just really bad at their job.
Yes.
All right.
So,
you want to go ahead and start us off, Michael?
sure, I'll start us off. So my first pick for worst dads in movies would be Rick Moranis in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I mean, dude, I don't like you wouldn't really have to explain anything else about this. And the fact that the movie is called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk and Killed the Kids.
Yeah. I mean, it's like at the time, I mean, really honestly, when he states that to his wife, he might as well said, "Honey, I killed the kids." Because he has no idea what happened to them. Like, he knew they shrunk them, but they might as well be dead. He could have stepped on them.
Yeah.
First of all, like, if that movie really happened, like, he would be in handcuffs, like, in like an hour, and he'd be hauled off to jail where he'd get life in prison. You know, for that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is that after all the movie happens and they get their kids back, here comes Child Protective Services to take their kids away, and then they lose their children. So, way to go, scientist dad. You know, nobody's gonna remember your science marvels. You know, when you're up to your neck in court fees or prison. Way to go.
Yeah, well done.
Zelensky.
Oh, goodness.
So that's mine.
Yeah, that was a good one. And coincidentally, Rick Moranis is a pretty awesome father in real life.
Oh, yeah. I was going to mention that. I forgot. Yeah. Do you want to go into it? Or you want me to
You can go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, I forgot. I was going to mention that, like, which is ironic because in real life, Rick Moranis is like one of the best, you know, acting celebrity fathers because he quit the business. He quit everything when his wife was diagnosed with cancer and passed away just to be a father and to take care of her and take care of the kids, and he hasn't looked back. You know?
Mm-hmm. And
so
that's very noble.
Very noble.
Yeah, so good on you.
Yeah.
Wait, we're supposed to be talking about bad fathers. Come on,
Oh,
Drake.
yeah, that's what an idiot shrinking his kids. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, he couldn't provide because he quit acting. What a bad dad. All right. The first on my worst list is Royal Tenenbaum from the Royal Tenenbaums. Now this one's almost too easy because he's just the worst dad ever. He manipulates his kids and he uses them. It's just basically everything you're not supposed to do as a father, he does.
Yes.
And it's so fascinating. There's nothing more to say. He's just horrible.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the movie, you really need to see it because the first time I saw it, I hated the movie at first, which is weird because I loved Rushmore and Bottle Rocket, and I saw Royal Tenenbaums, and I was like, it's not funny. It's not funny to me. This is like depressing because, you know, dad is so screwed up and he screws up the family so much. But subsequent viewings, just like any other Wes Anderson films, this is like my favorite by far. It's so funny. You know, I can see through the seriousness of everything, and now I see the humor in everything, and very funny, but it still doesn't cover up the fact that he is a horrible, horrible dad.
Yeah, and it's also brilliantly played by the great Gene Hackman.
Oh yeah.
who's frankly this was his last great movie because
Mm-hmm.
he's retired. He's 86.
Are you serious?
86. His last movie was Welcome to Mooseport
Wow.
with Ray Romano.
What a way
So
to go out.
yeah, it's maybe he got frustrated. He's like, I'm done. Well,
Yeah.
he's got 100 acting credits, so maybe he was just like, hit 100, I'm done. Bye.
Yep. Deuces.
Yeah. Anyway, another one getting out of the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, my next one, my second and final one, is none other than Darth Vader.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's worse father. It's like he didn't. I don't know what he was thinking when he chopped his son's hand off. And then he's like, should I tell him I'm his father? Is that going to be awkward? I mean, everything's been awkward anyway, but I just cut his hand off, you know. But I want to get him on the dark side, you know.
Yep.
I want to be with my son, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
selfish, very selfish of
Very
him.
selfish.
I mean, getting into his past. I mean, that's just he shouldn't have been he shouldn't have been, you know, having children to start with, you know.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready. He
I
wasn't
mean, can you
he
imagine
wasn't
if just imagine if he actually tried to raise his kids, and how
yeah.
annoying would it be to hear dad breathing all the time?
Yes. And
So,
just oh, I don't know. I might have that over hearing Hayden Christensen's normal voice. I
you're
might
holding me back.
you're holding me back. Ugh. I'm so mad. And then no.
No. It's like, wow, dad, your voice got really deep, and you sound like an old black guy. That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
like yeah, that's kind of cool. You know? But
Thank you,
yeah.
son.
Yeah. Which is funny because everybody says, Luke, I am your father, and quoting it, but it's misquoted. He doesn't actually say, Luke, I am
Yeah.
your father. He
He
just says,
says,
I'm your father.
no, doesn't he? No, I am your father.
Yes.
I
Good.
think
Yeah. So they got it all wrong.
that's right.
So at least they made amends right before he died. Spoiler!
What?
Like, well, too late. Effed up his
Oh,
grandkids, you
we
know.
should have had Han Solo on our list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, snap. We totally forgot about Han Solo.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
oh,
sacrifices himself to try and bring his son back. That's pretty.
oh my gosh. How did we do that?
Yeah,
Late late entry. Best father. Han freaking
that's
Solo.
right.
Yeah. Man.
He knows what he's getting himself into, but he doesn't care. He wants to save his son that much.
Yes.
He basically knows he's gonna die when he steps out there. So,
Right. And he calls him by his first name. Ben.
yep. And you're
Like he's in
like,
trouble like a little kid.
that's right. He's like, oh, daddy.
Benjamin Jar Jar Solo, you come back here. Right. I heard in the bonus features his middle name's uh Jar Jar.
Awesome.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Bad father.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
All right, my final pick for worst father in film is Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
Yeah, this is another pretty easy one. If you can see why he starts out all right. He basically uses his son as a front to get more business, which is that's bad in itself. But once his son has an accident and loses his hearing, what does he do? He ships him off. He says, "Go learn elsewhere. All right, you're a burden." So then his son comes back, and he gives him like alcohol and stuff, and just typical things that you're not supposed to do for a kid. Eventually, the kid grows up, gets married, and wants to thrive on his own. So his son's like, "Oh, I want to start with everything you've taught me, Dad, I want to kind of branch out and do my own kind of drilling and oil business. What does his dad do? He gives him his blessing.
No.
He says, "That makes you my competition." And so,
Daddy Dearest should have been the alternate name for this movie.
yeah. Oh yeah. So he basically just kicks his son out and disowns him, whatever, gets him out of his life because he thinks he's the competition now. And well done, Dad. And
Yes. One last thing to leave on.
Say it louder. Say it louder. I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my child.
Okay.
I've abandoned my boy.
I've abandoned my boy.
Winner for worst father in cinema.
Yep. But what does he follow up with after all that? He puts on a show acting like he's proclaiming, and confessing his sin. But then probably one of the best character moments ever. Under his breath, he says like, "Let's get that pipeline."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so great. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, he threatens that guy's life too, right in front of his kid, doesn't he? He says, "I'm gonna come after you and I'm gonna kill you" or something.
Oh yeah, totally. His son was there the whole time.
Ugh.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you tell me how to raise my boy or something like that.
All right, I won't. Yeah, that was
It was
insane.
intense. And probably one of the best monologues ever is when he's talking to his fake brother.
Yeah.
His whole speech, and he's like, "There's a competition in me," and he eventually, he's like, "I don't know how long I can do it with these people," and he like laughs.
Yeah.
Just
You're like,
can't-
oh, this guy is terrifying.
Yeah, he just hates all people. So, yeah, Daniel Plainview, you are a scumbag, but my goodness, were you played extra well with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Who's like another person who's like completely
The opposite.
He's lovely in person.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a delight.
Yeah, I mean, I his most recent Oscar speech, it was just so sweet of a guy, and you're so used to seeing him in these just extreme roles because he usually picks the extreme ones where he completely transforms himself. So to see him talking very plainly and he's very kind, and it's like, man, this guy is good.
Yeah. He's great. One of the greats.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we probably mention him in every episode.
Yeah. We mention him as much as we mention Michael Bay. How much we hate him.
Yeah. So people are gonna learn real fast who our favorites and our least favorites are.
Oh yeah. They've got him memorized.
Yep.
Yes.
So, yep. So happy late Father's Day. I hope you enjoyed our least favorite, or not our least favorite. These are pretty good. The worst fathers in film list.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, and you all have a great week. See you next time.
Later.
Groovy.